Catholic Relief Services has been involved in humanitarian assistance and development work for over 65 years, but it's only been within the last 5 or 10 years that we've started to focus on a critical aspect of our integral human development, and that's trauma awareness and resiliency. And here today we have two experts in the field, and I'd like them to introduce themselves, and then we're going to have a little bit of a discussion on why the focus on trauma resiliency and awareness is crucial to our work at CRS.
I'm Elaine Zook, Barge, and I'm the director of the STAR program at the Center for Justice and Peacebuilding of Eastern Mennonite University.
And I'm Jan Jenner. I'm the director of practice and training at the Center for Justice and Peacebuilding at EMU.
I'd like to begin our discussion, and maybe Jan, I can direct the first question to you, and that is, in the world of development, we've seen many situations that cause trauma, not only to participants, but to caregivers, and as well as CRS staff members. We've seen the situation of Rwanda and Burundi. We see the situation currently of Sudan. We see political situations, family situations, and then emergency situations such as the tsunami. Could you tell us some of the effects that these different situations have on people and the responses, and why we should focus more on trauma awareness and resiliency?
Yes, I think that trauma awareness and resiliency has been one of the neglected parts of the whole development and humanitarian assistance world, and often seen as kind of an add-on if there's enough money or funds or anything. Whereas our experience is showing that the effect of violence, whether it's man-made violence or natural violence, does harm to people and societies and individuals that may not be as visible as lack of food or lack of shelter or direct armed violence, but has immediate and long-term effects on both individuals and communities, and if not treated and taken seriously, has huge impacts on the ability of people and communities to recover from whatever traumatic, whatever violent situation has happened to them.
Elaine, if you could expound upon, I know that you've been working closely with the STAR methodology in different areas, and particularly in Sudan, where we've had various situations of extreme war and violence and natural disasters as well. How do you see the STAR methodology as assisting development organizations like CRS in doing our work? And could you maybe describe a little bit about the STAR methodology and how you got started in it?
Yes, I got started in the STAR program because I spent almost 15 years working with Mennonite Central Committee in Central America. And I came back to this country after listening to many, many stories of people in the middle of war, wishing that I could do more. And so STAR has been that tool that I wish I would have had when I was in Central America. And basically the STAR methodology, what it does is it's a combination of theory and experiential learning, and brings people together, creates a space where people can talk about trauma, talk about the loss, the pain, talk about how to help other people in that situation. Just bringing people together is a big part of it. But as people simply learn about trauma and what it does to our heads, to us psychologically, but to our literally to our bodies and to our hearts and our souls, a lot of new things happen. So people, it's an educational process, especially for leaders and caregivers who are working with others. But in the process, it's often very therapeutic for the participants themselves.
Elaine, could you please maybe help those of us who aren't as aware of the whole STAR framework? What exactly does STAR stand for, and what are the points on that STAR?
Okay. Well, STAR is an acronym, stands for Strategies for Trauma Awareness and Resilience. But STAR is much more than just that acronym. And basically, it's about breaking cycles of violence and building healthy communities and individuals. So if you envision a star, you would put the healthy individuals and communities in the middle, and then 5 very important points of creating healthy individuals and communities would be trauma awareness and resilience, restorative justice, conflict transformation, human security, and spirituality and faith. And those are the components that make up STAR.
Great.